Hello everyone in YouTube land. How's it going, YouTube land? Never understood that. YouTube land. But anyway, hello everyone on the interwebs. How's it going? Lewis here yet again. Can you see him? So basically, I wanted to do something a bit different. I've never done this before, so it might go wrong. It might go right. One take. We don't do cuts here. It's one take. We're gonna go through my former world record run of Resident Evil 3, The Lord of Necropolis, any percent. Previously held world record by me, 1:46.46. Since this run, I've had a 1:39. Didn't upload it because I wasn't really happy with it. I did it offline. I want people to be there to see the glorious return, you know. Also, this is getting a lot of updates, so I didn't feel like I needed to run it again until the updates happened and bring in massive changes. But until then, just for anybody who's interested in running this or running the previous version or even playing this and maybe wanted an insight into kind of how I came up with things and how I developed stuff and who I saw doing things, and give credit there and where credit's due, and credit myself, of course. Why not, right? But yeah, so just go for the run. 1.5 times speed. I'll briefly discuss my thoughts as I was doing it, and I'll discuss the lines, and little things like that, little tidbits that can help you if you're ever playing it casually, that you might find helpful. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy, and I'll try and keep it as short and brief as possible. We might go on for a little bit because obviously it runs about an hour and 46 minutes, but double the speed. Hopefully we should get through it, and I'll pause at certain points to talk about stuff and things, strategies and stuff like that, and explain as best I can everything I can. So hope you enjoy this. Something a bit different, and yeah, you get to hear me ramble on about the run. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Resident Evil Lord of Necropolis, any percent, by me, 1:46.46, second on the boards. So first bit, obviously, zombies. You start from the horde. Pretty straightforward line. Keep to the left slightly. There's one on the ground here. Dodged around these. I mean, you can get grabbed, but they turbo. It happens. It's possible. This guy here, you can dodge him. I didn't dodge him this time, but yeah, he's super dodgeable. Really, that whole section you get through damageless. Yeah, old Shido. You get through that section completely damageless. So really cool. Then you've got here, you grab the flasks, it's free, it's good health, you're going to need it later on. Grab the pistol. Now, when you do grab the pistol, the zombies wake up. Don't worry about them. You can literally, don't worry about one, there's only one. Just run straight past him. He doesn't activate fast enough to even give you any trouble, so all good. This guy, again, same again, run straight past him, he's not bothered. Okay, so this dodge here, straight down here, all the way through, the bell tolls, for whom the bell tolls, there we go. So what I did there was you run against the sign for a second or two, count your steps, count the seconds, whatever you feels best. The zombie will move. If he turbos, he can turn in faster and grab you. It happens. It's rare, but it does happen. But usually run against the sign, give it a second or two or a couple of steps, whatever you feel comfortable with, until he gets past you. Tighten the corner, straight through, totally damageless. 250 HP, as you can see above there, untouched, and then straight in here. So here, you have to take a bite, unless you're really good at dodging. If you're good at dodging, then mwah, chef's kiss to you. So this part, you take a bite there, you come into this room, you've got the barrel. So what I like to do is I have my pistol equipped, dodge these three guys here. You want to run straight through the middle, down the bottom here, as you see. Turn, shoot the barrel. Now that stops them from coming up behind you for the next part, because these zombies here are quite oppressive. They're a horde, and they're just all over you. You want to be get in, get out. So what we're doing is we're going to get the AR ammo, which we need to clear out the next section. So we're going to go straight through, trigger the barricade to come down. Look for a line here on the top right. The best line I prefer, this is my personal opinion, the best line here is on the top right. You want to tuck in and go straight through. The barricade acts like a level, so sometimes the zombies may throw up on you like they would if you was on staircase. You could use that to your advantage and get straight through. So I'm looking for a line here. I'm not finding it. So there's a throw up. But got a double push, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run against her model so I can grab the ammunition that's at her feet. Problem is that it wasn't happening, so I got grabbed again, got grabbed here, so I got 105 HP. I usually wouldn't take that, but I thought, what the hell, I was feeling it in the moment, let's go. Grab the pistol ammo off the corpse at the back is the last thing you do. And as you saw, because those 3 zombies are dead that we destroyed with the barrel, we killed with the barrel, they're not bothering us, we can get out clean. So we'll grab that and we're off. Right, next part, RNG. You want to grab the AR rifle, load it up, and you want to blast these zombies. Manual, auto, it's totally up to you. I always go for auto on the zombies, I just prefer it, that's my opinion. You want to get sort of as close as you can to the horde because there's iframes here for some reason, and you just want to blast. And you're listening for the head pops. You want to hear that. You want to hear the head pops. So we want to hear the heads popping and all that stuff. You know, we want to get as many head pops as possible. I like to leave with around about 48%, up to 50%. Pardon me, because of later on, and you'll see why. So here we go. We can do our best now just to get out of here. There we go. So that's quite decent. RNG wise, you know, there's not many there. Zombie on the ground here. Kick his head off. Shoot him, whatever you prefer. I like to shoot him. That's just me. Brad, I grabbed the herb here in this run because I was on low on HP. Brings me back to 125, sorry. Trigger the cutscene. Brad kills a zombie as he would in vanilla. Run, easy dodge, run past the dog, take him for a walk, he's done. Okay, so this section here, there's a zombie standing up here. 2 ways this can go. 1, you get to the top of the stairs, he's already walking, in which case you can just go for it. 2, which I think happens here, is he's... sorry, my camera's a bit off centre. 2, he is standing there, and you've got... I, personally, choose to shoot him in the back once. That causes him to start walking, then I can tuck against the wall and run straight past him. Pretty free. I don't remember if I did get through here free, but let's find out. So here he is. Okay, he's already walking, so I just go for it. As you can see there, I didn't need to take the shot because he's already running. So straight down here, hit the bottom of the stairs, grab the lighter, do your manual dodge if need be, if he's turboing, or do your back quick turn, whatever you prefer. Grab the ammo, get out of here. The reason I'm grabbing the ammo will come clear later. There's certain ammo pickups you want to get. Okay, the dog dodge, pretty simple. You hear some howling, dogs are coming. I prefer to tuck against the wall, wait for them to turn the corner, and take a line around the side so I completely miss them. So here's the tuck, here's the run, boom, completely missed. There are other ways you can do that. I've seen other people do it differently. You can't get through easy. Really good dodge there. That's pretty clean. This is where it gets a bit rough on the way back. You want to try and get through here as damageless as possible. As you can see, I've only just spent my fast that I collected from the warehouse earlier. Really good time to spend the fast there. That's what I prefer. There's a dodge here you can take if you're feeling confident. You can run around the pallet, and she can get caught on the wall. She takes a step and she's still stuck. Sometimes if she turbo, she'll grab you. I've always preferred the pallet. I don't know. I just think it's safer because they will tuck in. You're just staring into space. Doesn't really make a sense. You know, make any difference to me. Boom. Dodge the lion zombie. Hit the rope, and we're done. You know. We're through the gate. Sweet, isn't that? Easy dodge, run against the wall, bait him out, run around him. Pretty simple stuff. Go in here. You know, again, picking up items and stuff like that, and whatever you prefer to do is entirely up to you. I'm just kind of giving you my thoughts, my processes, how I felt. So here, try and dodge these guys because the reason is when you leave the RPD, all of these zombies bar 2 will be downed, and there's only 2 left standing you need to deal with. Nemesis, this is not Nemesis %, so we're gonna fight him, obviously just to get the quick turn and get in. Now, obviously when you're playing some vanilla, you use the statue to go against the doors, gives you a bit of time to explore the RPD and all that. Obviously we're speedrunning, we want to go as quick as possible. Don't push the statue against the door. Be confident in your movement in Resident Evil. If you're really confident, be confident in this. It might take a bit of practice, but we're gonna go in, we're gonna grab the lockpick, and I don't remember if I got the fast here, I don't know if I did, but we grabbed the lockpick. And we don't get the fast because I've got one already from the save room, and we just run back. Luckily he didn't Superman punch me. Grab the pistol ammo from Brad, find out why later. Carry on. So 2 zombies down the street. I pop 1 here. This one I have to down. He always blocks me out. Block. Down he goes. Dodge this one. See where he is. He's RNG. Left, right, middle. It's random. Okay, so next, this section. 2 types of RNG. The first type of RNG is as a zombie in the hall walking up to you. Easily dodgeable, not a problem. And then there's 2 more, one eating a body and one standing on the end of the alley facing the camera. He is dodgeable. There's a way of dodging him, and it's not 100% consistent. I'd probably say about 80%. You know, you do get the odd times where it doesn't work, but I always prefer it because it's quick and it just saves me a lot of trouble. The other type of RNG is 2 zombies that appear around the corner from this alley. They're both standing together. I was always kind of just pushing them down, but you know, it turns out that shooting them is probably the better option, because they just clears the way, and all you got to do is run through. So a little bit slower than the first RNG, I'd say, but again, it's down to preference, what you're comfortable with. So let's see what I get here. Can't really remember what I got. Okay, I got the double. So I decided, let's get them down. Quick shooting on point, obviously. If your quick shooting's on point, double kill, never have to deal with those dudes again. Perfect. Okay, so here, RNG, run round them, slalom. This section, really simple. You want to, the barrels kind of give you an idea of how your fight is going to go. If you're, spoiler alert, if you haven't played this already, probably watching this isn't the best idea, but spoiler alert, coming up. If you have played the game, then you'll know what's going to happen. This is where you fight the first boss battle of the game, Nemesis 1, I would say. The barrel placement kind of gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. This isn't my favourite barrel placement, I'll be honest. Like, I prefer the barrel to the right of slightly to the car here, so I prefer this barrel moved over to the right a bit more. I don't like it there, but this should give us one at the back here, which I do like. I love that barrel, I just don't like that one. So what I did is, you saw there, I ran right around the outside of the barrel, or the inside of the barrel, whatever you want to say, and I've come up to the side of these zombies, munch on this dude. If you do that, they will never get up. They will never get up and bother you. They will literally carry on munching. Their trigger is at the feet of this zombie here, closest to the camera. Here's the trigger. If you're in that section, is the trigger. You walk up there, they rise, and the lion zombie that we ran past will awaken, and he'll grab you. Well, he'll start crawling towards you. Save yourself trouble. Run around the barrel, grab the wrench, and get then backstep, dodge, whatever you want to do. Get out. Look at that. No trouble whatsoever. One zombie, and he's just walking into the distance. So he's off. So heading back through. Dodge this guy. They're both turbo in. There's one on the floor here, easily avoidable. Again, this is one type of RNG. There's another type of RNG, like I explained. The zombies in different places. Yeah, if they turbo, are going to catch you there. Again, he won't bother you. Don't worry about him. Just keep running. Lovely stuff. Keep going. There's some ammo there as well, on next to the bike, but I didn't pick that up. So we're going to go back to the pharmacy. Blah blah blah. So this is where I think I fight my first Nemesis fight. This corpse has got ammo on it. A little drink. Boom, what a hit. Right, so we're taking him in here. So, there's a zombie in here. This zombie, he's chunky. He's got a lot of HP. I have no idea why, but he's a beast. His RNG, health is RNG. It's unreal how high or low his health can be. I think you can cross 2 screens. So 1, 2. Don't cross any more screens than that. You have to down this zombie, or you have to kill this zombie on this screen. If you go any further, Nemesis comes in the door, and it's a problem because he can grab you, stun lock you. Nemesis can wail on you. You have to kill the zombie to just make it so much easier. YOLO in this is just dumb. It's just super dumb. Like you just want to just down him, just get rid of this zombie. Like, I mean, obviously, because ammo it takes, and he's out. So Nemesis is in. This is how I deal with it. Nemesis is running. He's going to come at beeline for me to the left. He's going to run past here and beeline for the left. As soon as he starts coming up to me, he's going to take a swing. I run forward, run down towards the dumpster, tucking in. He'll chase me and he'll catch himself on the dumpster, give me time to get to the switch at the bottom of the alley. There's a swing, tuck him in. Right, now we hit the switch. Now Nemesis is going to come running back. Now, this is pretty rough. I mean, there could be more consistent ways of doing this, but I never bothered looking into it. I kind of found the method that was comfortable for me. So what I do is I quick turn, I face the wall, I wait for him to get just up to the sort of the generator, or whatever you want to call it, next to Jill there, and as soon as he takes his swing, I tuck under and go straight back through, and again I keep close to the dumpster so he catches himself. So let's see that quick turn, swing, boom, catches himself, done. So that's how I deal with that alley. I've done it consistently enough times that it's very comfortable for me. If I do ever get grabbed or a hit, I kind of consider it bad luck. It's just bad movement or whatever. So, first Nemesis fight. We're going to down him here because it's quite free, to be honest. If you're good with your Nemesis fights and you're good with your movement, you can kind of learn how to deal with him here. You can deal with him here or you can deal with him later. It's entirely up to you. But I've been accustomed to dealing with him here. So, big shout outs to Matthew Source Rex. He did just tell me about sort of dealing with him here. talking about it, and I implemented it as before when I was dealing with Nemesis. I took him to the warehouse and I hooked him up there and dealt with him there. But dealing with him here is actually quite nice, and it's comfortable, and it sort of, you know, it's more. I think it's riskier if you're not experienced in fighting Nemesis. Like, I think, like, for someone who's kind of taking this on and you're taking Nemesis on here, it can be quite frustrating because he's so much faster in this mod, and dealing with him here is a pain if you don't get him hooked up right. But the benefit of dealing with Nemesis here is the fact that he doesn't chase you all the way through the city back to the warehouse and beyond, because that can cause you a big problem. And I'll explain what I mean when you see this. So we're going to take Nemesis on. So AR 48%. We saved. Hook him on the statue. We've done him down. I'll probably go down to about 20%, and I'll explain that why in a minute. I want about 20% ammunition left, so 20%. Switch to my pistol. Down he goes once, and we just pick him up. So we're doing some pause. We're doing some menu cancelling here. Every 5 shots, I just reload. Beautiful, beautiful. Damn, pass Lewis, kicking his ass. But look at that, absolute. What a fight! What a fucking fight! Absolute perfection, if I do say so myself. We go in, obviously, yellow aqua cure, whatever you want. Fucking, let's go. Also, because I have a fast there from earlier, I still haven't used it yet. You will need to burn any fasts you have, or any health items you picked up. If you don't, or if you've got the space, whatever, you can keep them. But personally, at this point, you might have lost some HP anyway, so don't worry about burning the fast. This mod is abundant with health. So we're going to get this key, and we're going to leave. We're out of here, done. Now, I'm not saying that if you ever did this that your HP and your items will look exactly the same, but you will, you know, you could be similar situation. I will also say that you've noticed that I've run past quite a few herbs and items on the floor. We'll get to that when we come back. Pay attention. Obviously, the question is, you know, again, by the way, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, or something's not clear that I've not explained, or there's parts that you're not unsure of, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to respond and help you out. So here, pretty simple. Windows break. You run in. We're going back to the warehouse now because we've got the warehouse key. Again, this is for people who have played this mod. I'm not going to go through every single scenario and what I'm doing, just kind of my strategies. So this dodge, pretty simple. Down the stairs, keep close to the rubbish, round, tuck in. There's a dude up here, gun him down, because when you come through the door, he can be a bit of a pain. So I kill him just to make it simple. Jill can read. Right, so the zombies have despawned. There's only one here. The reason it's changed layout is because the game, well, the mod thinks, well, the mod's built for a Nemesis chase, because Nemesis will chase you all the way through. He won't come through this alley, but he will continue chasing you all the way through to the warehouse and then beyond that. That's the reason you take him out so early on, is that you do skip a cutscene that happens, and you also kind of have that sort of that stress of him chasing you, and he is gone for a significant amount of time. We don't see Nemesis again for a while, so this is really, really nice. So we're going to go through here now. 20%. Drain Demos, we take care of them. Nothing really much to say. Just kill the Drain Demos. I mean, these are just like, they're so oppressive in this. So 2 here, 1 in the alley. Take care of this one. I think I shoot this one. Yeah, I did. Okay, I ran out of ammo. Oh, nice. Got caught on the stairs there. There we go. Done. Nice. All done. Okay, so not much really to say here. I mean, if you played the game, I don't really need to explain it. I go up here first to kill this zombie. If you were playing this casually and you didn't kill Nemesis, you'd come here, these zombies would be downed. The reason they're downed or whatever is because, you know, Nemesis chasing you, and it just gives you a bit of breathing room. I put everything away by the pistol. I keep it out just in case. I take the herbs. I think I put the pistol away, actually. No, I don't. So you take the herbs, hit the key card, and now we're going to go do all the other stuff. Right, so another enemy in this, another thing I've seen people when they casually play this is, you know, how do you deal with the explosive zombies? So I'll show you. So in this mod, obviously, you get the manual dodging, backstep, side roll. Before, there was a forward dodge where you Jill yawned. That was removed in version 104, which is what this is. So the method now is hug the wall hug the wall here to the left, sorry. We're going to hug it, wait for the sort of get into a position where you're close enough to him and he starts moving maybe, and then I do a side roll into the zombie. This gives you iframes, the zombie explodes, no ammo spent, no health lost. Check my health at the top there, 200. Boom, side roll, 200, no damage, perfectly free, perfectly safe, 100% consistent. Easy dodge here, to the left, to the right, grab the card, don't change scenes because there's zombies back there, they can move forward. Just go on, over, done, you're out. Simple, absolutely simple. It's basically it's just a running simulator. You're basically running. All I'll say is now the next section you're going to need is the shotgun. Super important. The shotgun is probably the most important weapon in the game, I'd say. It's like ridiculously important. So you have to run all the way back here to grab it. I've tried running this without the shotgun. It's not possible. The shotgun is literally your bread and butter. It kills hordes. Also, I will say, speaking of the shotgun, do try and learn how to slide shot. It's probably one of the better things you need to learn how to do. Slide shot is super important. As you saw there, baited him in, blew a barrel up. Another drain demos comes down, run past him. It might body block a bit, but really easy. Dogs sleeping on the job. Again, we're just running back now. We know the layouts, we know the RNGs, we know what we've killed and what we haven't killed. There's a zombie there. So what I discovered actually is that if you do shoot him once, he just carries on walking forward and you can run behind him. But for this run, I shot him down because I had 8 bullets, so I just took care of him. So now on the way back, I grabbed this green herb. Now I've got a triple mix in my pocket, and I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got a bit more health than I usually have, or this is why I keep the herbs to the side. I can play with them, I can play with my items, I can decide what's best for me. You know, I've still got 2 greens sitting there and a red back there. I'm abundantly stocked with health here, so I'm feeling really confident. We also now pick up the shotgun shells, which I didn't pick up earlier because now I have the shotgun. No point in picking up the shells if I don't have the gun. I come back here, grab a FAS, I am stocked. We use the red key card, which gives us space to pick up the oil additive, which is inside the back here. Okay, so this part is incredibly toxic. This can kill the run. This horde, they're basically immune to dodge. They just push back on you. They really are oppressive. So this is what I like to do. Here's my method. So I shoot the gun immediately. Boom. Take care of him because he gets past the steam. I bait them all into the steam, get as much damage off as I can. I grab the shells, I grab the additive, I hang to the left. I bait them all up so they hang into the left and I run and tuck. Unfortunately I got grabbed here, then it becomes a case of just getting the hell out. As you can see, look at the dodge, like just the ground. I mean, I'll be honest, in my later runs, like this has gone a lot smoother. But for here, it is obviously just what it is. But we're at 155, you know. These guys, if you're good at dodging, give it a go, but I just prefer to go for the triple heady. You can dodge these guys, boom, through the middle, have a nice day. If you're feeling like you've not got a lot of HP and you want to just pick up some more herbs, feel free to grab those doubles if they're still there for you. Now we have to go back and bank. We have to bank. We're banking the additive, we're banking the FAS, we're banking the pistol, we're banking everything, bar lockpick, bar stars card. We need both of those items, very important. Now, couple of ways you can do this. If you're feeling very, very confident and you want to YOLO it, go for it. Go for the run up and push them all down, but then you've got to deal with them coming back. I think, well, I know how much ammo I'm going to have, and if you're good at slide shotting and you're good at, you know, angles with the gun, deal with it. So first things first, headshot this dude, angle, boom, triple slide shot, run around the side, one bite's fine, whatever. Move around here. Oh, I went for the headshot there. Okay, we got a double there. And nice little dodge, and that's it. So we've got to deal with 1 or 2 zombies on the way out. Again, RNG here, he could be random placement, but always run to the right, usually mostly to the left. Stars card, yada yada yada. So enhanced guns, like the Eagle and the enhanced shotgun, I have not routed into this mod. I tried, not in any percent. In Nemesis percent, probably hells yeah, get the Eagle because that's a beast. In this, I just haven't found a way of getting it in. I wish I did. I don't pick anything up in the... Oh, sorry, before I carry on. I don't pick up anything up in the shelving units, like in the first one and then the one with the lockpick. I never routed them in. I didn't feel they were necessary when I did it. It just didn't add anything to it. I was able to get everything I needed without them. But again, personal to you. If you want to bring them in, please feel free to do so. Now I've just headed through this door. I don't know if you noticed. Obviously, I went a bit quick there, but I tucked against the wall because I don't want to trigger the Nemesis coming through the window. I don't personally want him in the room because he will follow me in here. Causes me a problem. It's just more HP I'm going to lose if he whacks me or shoots me because he does have his rocket launcher. I'm literally just coming in here pain free. Dogs or zombies, it's really dependent. RNG again, placement could be up the hole, down the hall, in the middle. Just whatever you get, deal with. There you go. So we're in here, you know, you do your usual bits. Dodge him, he's asleep. Carry on going. You know the score. Don't need me to tell you. Nemesis will come through. Boom, triggered. Straight behind him. All very important. Don't run in front of him because of this zombie, because he could turbo. Run behind him because he rotates towards the door, then he rotates back around to follow you, and he just stands in one spot. Just run behind him. It's super easy, super free, super consistent, and you'll never get hit, I promise. Again, right, okay, RNG for these guys is all over the shop. Like, there is no set pattern for these dudes. I have no idea what's going on. They just do whatever they want. They do whatever they want. Okay, right, so rule of thumb for this room. If anyone has played this and Nemesis breaks in at a certain point and you're wondering why, even though you put the statue there, and you think, oh, it's pointless, there is a method to get in here and out with very minimum fuss. Push the statue against the door, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, run to the side, find the sweet spot, boom, done. So, first thing I like to do is grab the card, because it's the most important thing. There's your card. Then I go and grab my shotgun shells. Boom. Then I go and check to see what's in here. That gun, don't route it in. It's absolutely rubbish. Doesn't do. It's got 8 rounds. It's got things like 5 rounds in it or 4 rounds. I tried using it once to see if it was any good. To see if it was superior to the Samurai Edge. It is not. Do not get this gun. It is trash. Forget it. So that's a blessing in disguise. I use my health because I'm low. Boom, another FAS, we're stocked. Now, rule of thumb for this room, you just saw me do all that. You saw me go card, shotgun shells, cabinet, FAS. If you do it not in that order, or you could do it in any order you wish, but if you go to the FAS first and get that health first, Nemesis will always break in. And Nemesis's trigger is to come in the room once you check Rebecca's pouch. If you do that, he will break in the room, regardless. Absolutely regardless. So come in here, do that pattern I did, or whatever way you want. If you want the shells first, you want the card last, whatever you want. But don't go to the FAS until the very end, because, boom, in he comes. He does get caught at the door because of the statues. Pretty free to get out. These guys, again, you know, pick your RNG. It's like pick and mix. Pick and mix RNG, you know what I mean? Oh, that Superman punch, what a bitch. So, there we go. Right, okay, again, RNG for these guys, it changes. It's all over the shop. You go 3 here, 3 there, 2 here, 1 here, 3... all over the place. Come down the stairs, shotgun them. I don't know if I did it in this run, but I took these guys out closest to me and I bolted for the end, and I throw caution to the wind. See what I mean? Look how rough that is. Like 2 hits there and a bite. Like, it's so, the orange, you can't tell. I could have took a slide shot to the hall, but again, it's kind of like, you know, if he falls towards me and grabs my legs, I'm gonna be in the same spot. So, you know. Okay, we go in here, aim up immediately, check your ammo obviously, boom, double headshot, just take these guys out. They need to go down. Don't go around the corner because there's 2 here, and don't go around the corner and change the scene until they're all dead because Nemesis breaks in. Use your card, get your eye. Nemesis here, you can either wait at the side, I think I waited here for him, I did, and just run, and just leave, and we're good. And that's it. That's the RPD done. Now we're heading to the boss fight. Really smooth. Oh yeah, guys, obviously because you didn't slide shot some of these zombies, it's still up. 2 here, 1 bite. It's not a big deal. Now, in my I will say that in my future attempts after I did this, I stopped coming to this save room purely because I always found that I had more health on me than before, and I was getting better at it. And I decided, you know what, I don't need to bank anything, and I had the shotgun with ammo. I don't like wasting shells on the shotgun because it's really important. I prefer the pistol. But if you're not confident enough with the shotgun and you'd rather use the pistol, then use the pistol. I also did go ahead and start using the pistol from the Stars Office, the really crap one that I told not to pick up, if I had the space. If not, I generally stuck with the shotgun. But I go back here, sorry, yawn. I bank the Stars card, I grab the pistol ammo, sorry, the pistol, because I'm looking for ammo at this point. I'm like, oh, you know, kind of like forgot myself. So I put away the reloading tool, don't really need it right now. Took the shotgun shells. So a few errors here and there, you know, you can never get everything perfect, but you know, there it is. We carry on going. Again, we know the RNG, we can dodge these guys. A bit of health there if you really need it. But here we go. So, boss battle time. A couple of things to note. If it's Rocket Nemesis, the advisement from Komizo, the creator, is just reset and go back and hope you get better RNG. Obviously in a run, you know, you're 20 well, here we're 22 minutes in. I'm not resetting just for a Rocket Nemesis. I'm going to try and find out how to beat him with it. It's doable, albeit a bit harder. For anyone watching this, by the way, I just want to make a quick note on this, by the way. For anyone watching this, you know, I know some people are very good at fighting Nemesis. I know some people are very bad. Some people are kind of in between. They're decent, but not so good. I kind of hold myself in the category that I fought enough of them that I enjoy the fights and I'm comfortable with them. But I'm not like, I would never tell somebody it's easy. I would always tell you that, you know, every Nemesis, regardless if they're modded or not, or they're not, or there's multiples of them, you know, it takes a bit of getting used to. And you know, this Nemesis, the Necropolis Nemesis, for most people who have played this mod, most people have been quite casual Resident Evil players, speedrunners have jumped on it, because it's a very, very good mod. Like, I mean, actually it's the best mod I've ever played for Resi 3. And you know, the Nemesis fight here is extremely, you know, tough for someone coming into it. You know, it can be a bit difficult, but you know, I'll explain, you know, the method, if you like, of how I sort of approach it. So I know my barrel placement, again, super important. I know each barrel RNG. I can't explain them all because it'd be too hard, but this one. So for instance, I don't think I get Rocket Nemesis here. No, I don't. So first things he's going to do is I walk backwards. I let him throw his tentacle out. Comes out quite a speed. I then run back towards the barrel at an angle. I am then gonna use my aim object button to aim at the barrel. Wait for Nemesis to approach the barrel at the bottom of the corner of the screen and blast. I'll know if I've hit him optimally, because his health, obviously you can't see it there because I've got it covered, but his health will drop to 495. From 1100 it will drop to 495. That's where you want it to be. So here he comes. I do a back step. There's the tentacle, shotgun active, corner of the barrel. Boom, there he is. 495. We're running up to this barrel here. What we need to do is we need to get him close enough, tuck around the inside of the barrel like we did when we got the wrench, okay? And then we're going to aim at the object and blast him. Tuck in, turn, boom. GG, baby please. Thanks for playing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There it is, done. That is optimal for that placement of barrels. Nemesis fight, absolutely beautiful, absolute perfection. I won't hit anything other than that. That was perfection, gold standard perfection. Nemesis fight, Lord of Necropolis. You can't get better than that. Like, you could, with a pistol, it'd probably be quicker because they're obviously a single-handed weapon. But if you're running with the shotgun, I mean, I will pat myself on the bloody back and say that's pretty damn good. Again, RNG, you know, barrels change the fight, but that's what you want it to look like. So there you go, there's that. But get the rocket launcher, super important as well. If you've got the space, grab your cable. Grab your fast if you need it, or you take it anyway, you can stock them up. So right now I'm just kind of deciding what I need, what I don't need. Yeah, I always take this, I try and run as less without the gun as possible because, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. When you leave that, obviously when you leave that room, just turn around and go straight back out. It triggers the cutscene for the worm, and you can, you know, immediately get the gem, so you don't have to do any backtracking here. The zombies, actually, they're still in their same position when you come up from the sewers, so you just come straight up and then just go for it. Their RNG now will be set to a pattern. They don't change. Once they're disturbed, they just stay in the same position every time you go through that room, which you'll be doing a couple of times. So again, this just turns into a running simulator. You're just running around. Okay, explosive vest zombies. This section, two types of ways it can go. First type of way it can go is it runs. Second type of way you can go is it walks. If it runs, just aim at the crates up top and blast them, and let the crates fall down and blow them up. One of them will stay standing like he's not down, but he just stays standing. It just happens. It's a bug. It happens. If it's walking, you're blessed. Okay, we've got runners. Shotgun equipped. Up. Boom. Done. Oh, he dropped. Excellent. Well, and that's it. Dealt with. Take her out. She could be a pain in the ass. Red and green herb mix if you like. Get it a grab. I've got an abundance of HP here. Like, I'm stupidly overstocked with HP. Get your shotgun shells. So what we're going to do here is we're going to prepare a trap for a later fight with Nemesis. Try and dodge the zombies if you want, whatever you want. So what I like to do is to keep close to them, but I keep to sort of the outside of the wall. I stick to the left. The reason I do this is because I've found that their walking patterns are more akin to the left here. And then I go and deal with these ones in the restaurant's main lobby bit, because the one at the back here starts making his way forward. And then I come back, bait him a bit, stick to the back wall, keeps him in the pattern, same as the other one. Walking lines, boom, done. Sweet, and that's it. Once they're decapitated, or they're delegged, or they're slide shotted, whatever you want, make sure you're full HP. You burn obviously you've got an abundance of health there. Sweet. No weapon here, makes it faster. You're going to go down the hill, up the hill, blah blah blah. Very good stuff. Very good. Carry on going. Not really much more to say about this. You're kind of just running around, just doing all these things. You know, collecting the items, triggering the cutscenes, triggering the events. You know, after you've done it a couple of times, you learn the trigger points. For this mod, it's more memory. It's more kind of like breaking down if you're a runner, breaking down your any percent knowledge and rebuilding it again for this mod, so that you know where to go, when to go, and what to do. And then, you know, using the strategies and stuff. So yeah, not really a big time save, but it's worth mentioning. When you do this box here, obviously you're trying to escape the water, I push it up until the point of, if you can see here, the water's coming out and the zombie's head. I push up to the point where the box is sort of level with his head, and then I don't push it against the vent, because the vent trigger is actually really big. You can just climb straight on the box and get out. Like that. Yeah, you're out. You don't need to push it, so you can just go here. Real kind of speaks for itself. Decap or deleg, whatever you prefer. Whichever way you like your meat. I usually go for the headshots because they're close in. I think I took 3 shells and it was done. So nice. Right, we're going in here. We're going to collect. We're going to put that away. I think on this run, I sort of decided to try something different. I will say now though that, you know, what I'm about to do, I didn't do again because it was a bit time consuming. I took out Nemesis again, but in the future runs, I decided to fight him outside using a statue. I then found that was kind of like, I don't know, I just found it kind of tedious, because I thought to myself, well, I want to go quick, but then I felt like, you know, I'm kind of trying to fight him, and, you know, as quick as possible. And then I have seen other ways of beating him here, but I'm more of the opinion that, like, I'd like people to do this, like, as much as possible. Like, I want people to kind of give this a go. You know, even if you're watching this video now and you're considering it, or you're wondering, you know, how. I wouldn't want you to sort of look at something and think, damn, you know, like, I can't do that. That's not really in my sort of skill set, or I just don't feel comfortable doing that. It's too YOLO. It's too kind of wild. And I spent like 40 minutes getting here, and you're telling me to do this, and it's not working for me, and it's ruining it. You know, I don't find it. You know, I don't want people to feel like that. So I'm of the opinion of, you know, safety first, and excitement, but, you know, make it like accessible and doable. You know, there are going to be people out there that will do things that are completely YOLO and completely, you know, way above and beyond of what, you know, you would do. But you know, I'm of the opinion that, you know, I want people who are casual and speedrunners alike to kind of get into it and give it a go, because it deserves that. So what I'm doing here is basically just to kind of briefly explain while I've been talking. Is Carlos always starts at the front door here, or the door of this room, and he just blasts away. So all I was doing is entering and exiting, letting Carlos get some shots off, and hopefully gets a couple of crits, and then just doing a 360 turn every time Nemesis either runs at me or walks up to me. I let him get a few extra shots in if he's walking, but if he's running, just burn out of there. That will bring him down to a nice low HP. So he can sometimes catch you, but for this run I kind of just did it because I wanted to see, you know, what was going on, sort of thing. If I could maybe, you know, to see how free this fight was by doing this. It actually turned out quite well, obviously, because I got a former world record on it, you know. And it was quite quick, you know. I was quite impressed. I was down. I didn't think that'd be that quick, but you know. So he basically just goes away, he just wails on him, in and out, in and out. Big shout out to my boy Nox Gaming 93, because when I was watching him play this casually, he actually showed me this strat, and I was like, wow, man, that's pretty cool. You can actually do this in the vanilla game as well. I find. I think you could do this in the vanilla game, but I've never bothered. I never bothered. Like, so it was really cool to, you know, to able to get to use it. So I used it in here. Again, running simulator. Not really much to say. Although what I will say is, killing that Nemesis does give you a rocket launcher there. Later on in my runs, I stopped doing that, and I grabbed a rocket launcher from the box. So I will say, based on this run, what I'm explaining now is that fight is totally up to you. It's very optional. It only changes one thing, and that's the ending if you take that fight. But if you decide to take it, you get the rocket launcher. If you don't decide to take it, make sure you grab a rocket launcher from your box, the one that you've taken from Nemesis already. You're going to need that for this next section. So I don't actually know if I've got any HP on me at this point. I think I had HP. So he dodges on me. He's just, dude. I got yeah. I remember that. I got really annoyed at myself. I got caught on the wall. Okay, explosive vest zombie crawling. This one you can't side roll. We've tried. Doesn't work. He's no iframes. He's on the ground. He blows up and takes half HP. Idea is that I kind of line myself up with the zombie legs here. Wait for him to get to about this sort of vent panel that's next to the bike. As soon as he sort of hits that and he starts going, ooh, I know he's going to blow, and I backstep manual, and that gives me iframes. Missed it there. Boom, done. Missed the first time, got the second. It's not bad. Kill this zombie here. Makes it easier. Grab the shotgun shells. We're stocked up. We're ready to rock. Switch to your rocket launcher. Lewis, switch to your rocket launcher. Why is he not doing it? So, don't have to run up to the door here. Just run up to the bike, top end of the bike, and run back, and it triggers the cutscene. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to trigger these switches. Now, the idea is here. The idea before I was fighting him with a shotgun, but rocket launcher just one taps this worm, or one taps it with, and a shell on top, a shotgun shell on top. The idea is that if you're quick enough, you can actually kill this worm without these other small worms interfering. So you hit that switch. Oh yeah, I went for that. Why did I go for it there? I don't know what I was doing there. The idea is that I'm supposed to hit that switch, go over here, trigger the switch here, run. I got caught a few times, I think. It was one of my slower worms. Yeah, baited the worm. I tried to bait the worms back here. When you've got a worm on you, you become invincible. Like, the worm can't damage you, so I kind of just chill and let. Yeah, I think I was trying to bait the worms back here. But what I found is later on. I found that if you're quick enough and you just run straight down and trigger the switch and bait the worm out, you can just shoot him quite easily. Another trick as well is that if you've got the rocket launcher in hand and the worm comes for you, and you dodge the worm, Jill automatically aims at the last thing that she dodged. So I use that to my advantage as well. So what I did was, once you trigger both switches and you go to the end of this corridor, the worm will always come out of this tunnel. But if you tuck into this one, it will come out fully, turn and try to fight you here. Have the rocket launcher equipped. Wait until the worm's in position. Well, I didn't there. Aim, shoot, switch to your shotgun. One shell, done. Finished. Fight's done. Obviously, with less worm interference, you could probably cut like 2 minutes off this fight. Definitely one of my slower worm fights. I mean, I've done that in less than 40 seconds. But that's pretty much where we are. As you can see, there's a fast there. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, grab your items. Obviously, they bring a lot of health with me. I probably forgot to bring some health, but yeah, grab your items. Boutique key. You're not going to need that. Make sure you take that B powder off of Carlos. You're going to need to use that later. Or now, actually, sorry. So, yeah. Basically becomes like a running simulator. We're running... Sorry about the camera, by the way. Sorry if it's been losing focus. We're basically running back all the way through the city again to do some other things. Ah, delicious. These guys are all turbo. Just run for it. Not really much more to say. You're just kind of casually going again. Right, so this part. Decap or deleg, your choice, but the 3 standing zombies have to be taken out, otherwise you won't interact with this panel here. Also, by the way, I didn't mention it before, please make sure you bring your wrench with you before you go to the tram, because if you do not, you have to go through a horde of zombies twice, unless you want to shoot them all. To save you trouble and ammo, bring the wrench, make sure you bring it with you so you can do a quick box visit, grab your wrench, do the tram, and when you get the rusted crank, you come straight to the gas station, no problems, no reason to go way back. Saves you a lot of time and a lot of punishment. There we go, standard. Grab your battery for the power station. Really smooth. Oh, by the way, that zombie on the floor, don't have to worry about killing him. He despawns later anyway, and he's no problem. Okay, so here there's a little bit of like kind of manip. What I do is I hang to the left, the left side, well, yeah, this side here. I hang to the left. The zombie I'm running up to, I make sure that he starts moving, because he'll start sort of turning in, and you get a nice clean run. If he doesn't move, chances are he'll turbo turn. The zombie's turbo coming out the door here, and you don't get through, you get bit at once. But let's see if he turns here. Does free. You know, if he doesn't move, as you can see, it could be a problem and you get grabbed, but that's kind of, you know, my thought on that. Carlos, oh yeah, sorry, you go into the save room, grab the powders, get your reloading tool. Now this is what it's important. This is kind of an end game for the Samurai Edge. The Samurai Edge is the enhanced pistol. It basically acts as an enhanced pistol, and it can be loaded with enhanced ammo. So what I like to do is I mix the B powder first, and I mix the A's, and then later on in the game I'll mix all the A's I've collected over the game, just so I get access to enhanced pistol ammo, which is basically end game item, which is like the creme de la creme. I did kind of mess that up. I should have mixed the A first. It was already the B first, then the A, but whatever, really. I would also recommend here bringing any one item of health with you, or any health you have, because the next bit is extremely toxic in terms of RNG. Make sure you're at full health as well, because you want to be full health here. Pardon me. You always find that talking about something and your mind's my mind's racing just watching this, you know. It's racing just thinking about it. It's kind of good, actually. It's kind of giving me a refresher of what I did wrong, and I can see my mistakes. I mean, I've watched this run back once or twice. So I mixed the B powder. I got shotgun shells. There's shotgun shells here. Absolutely fantastic stock. Run through these guys, pretty good, because they're quite overactive, these zombies, so you get better lines. Very important. Make sure you've only got one health item and your shotgun and your shells. Don't bring anything else, because you're going to need the space. Grab these 2 red herbs. They're very, very important. Very important. And shotgun shells in the corner. Don't forget those either. Unlock the door. Press the switch. Nice. These guys run to the wall. You can dodge them. Not a problem. Boom. Grab the switch. Right, do the switch there. Awesome. Right. So Nemesis is triggered now. He's going to come and fight. So this section, if you played it casually. Oh, sorry, Ariel. I'm not, no cuts here. You've got to deal with the yawns. So this section, you played it casually. Nemesis is going to basically he's going to be coming out, and he's going to just, you know, just take shots at you with the rocket launcher. What you're going to need to do is, as you'll see here, have no weapon equipped, so you get a quick move speed. Run against the wall, get to the corner, kill both of these zombies, and just wait. He'll jump off, superhero landing, door will turn green, boom, you're in, done. Simple as that. Don't need to do anything else. If you get caught by the zombies, it could be a pain in the ass. Just take them out on the ground, but make sure you're near that door, otherwise it's a pain. Always choose to head to exit. You boot the voltage, you're dead. Oh god, I've got to stop yawning. Right, this section could be quite annoying. RNG here has killed my runs on many occasions. Nemesis can come in the power station, and he can come in at any point. So it's kind of a gamble whether or not he comes in. I don't know 100%. I did figure out later on that I found myself kind of not triggering him as much if I didn't kill any zombies. But if you start shooting zombies down, he seems to get triggered a lot more often. I don't remember what I did here, so I go in and I shot these guys here. I don't know why I did that, just so I could take aim at him. And I got lucky here. He didn't leave me alone. Sorry, he left me alone. So we're going in again, same with it like at the gas station. You've got to decap or deleg these zombies, access the switch, do puzzle 1 for the first door. Don't worry about going in there. We don't need to. We need to go all the way back and get the battery. You know, really, I should sort of fast forward these bits. Oh yeah, grab these 2 green herbs because they're super important. That's like your main source of HP. All the way back, dodge the Nemesis. You know, grab the battery. I mean, if you played this casually, you would know what to do. I take care of that zombie there for a reason later on. Carry on. Okay, do the battery, do the puzzle, blah blah blah. Okay, so if you did pick up the samurai edge in the police station, you're going to need to pick it up here now. It's super important that you do that. You need this gun to finish the game. Really, I'm not going to say you don't need it, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's like it's a quality gun. Get it? It's like your end game gun. So grab that, head back through here. You know, once you know the layout. If you played this casually, dodge them worms. You're a king. Carry on going all the way back through. I'll explain the RNG of this section now. Right. Oh, sorry. So basically, what's going to happen is Nemesis is going to appear at the top of the street, and there's also explosive vest. What I like to do is I bait Nemesis down to the bottom. I try and do a long run up, so it baits him to raise his launcher, which takes time. I use that time to get to the top of the street and out the door. If Nemesis chases you to the top of the street and he hits you or causes you to stumble or stun lock, the explosive vest zombie can turbo and he can blow up and he can kill you. It's literally as quick as that. It can end your game. 44 minutes in, you don't want that to happen. So I bait him, I back off, I wait, I run. He raises his launcher, gives me time. Explosive vest zombie, I'm out. Now, we set up a trap earlier, didn't we? In the restaurant. It's coming into play here. Run. Hug the wall. He might take a shot. Yes, he does. Keep going. Tons of time. Restaurant time. Right, so here we go. Rule of the restaurant was, obviously you know this if you played it casually, if you shoot inside the restaurant, it could blow up. The gas blows up the restaurant, killing you. Now with Nemesis here, he's going to be shooting and he's going to blow himself up. We've got to bait that out. Now I will say, I'm not exactly sure of the threshold because I've not actually been lower than 100. But at this point of the game, if Nemesis does shoot his rocket launcher inside the restaurant with you in it, you'll drop to 19 HP. You cannot die. You cannot die. From my understanding so far, you cannot die in this section if he shoots. If he shoots his rocket launcher, he'll down for half of HP, and then you will leave with 19. So, you know, that's the most important thing to note. So bait him in. I mean, I think I messed this one up actually. Oh no, I didn't. Boom, that's perfect. No, he shoots. He's down. Oh yeah, that's it. The camera cut went a bit weird there. I think the camera cuts went a bit weird. So just feel your way out. Right. So next part of this Nemesis fight, we're gonna go outside. We're gonna be greeted by Murphy, the ex-UBCS member that was killed by. Well, in this we don't know, but you know, in the vanilla game it's either Carlos or Nikolai. He's gonna be an explosive vest zombie. We're gonna run straight past him, up towards the other side of the door. And we're going to wait for Nemesis to chase us. Murphy's going to deal with Nemesis for us. It says Murphy, run, boom. Thanks, Murph. spend some health because you've taken some damage, grab your rocket launcher, boom, you're set. Happy days. Right, so don't need to talk about much more. We're going to go to the gas station here. You can run through these, take them out. At the time, I was just under the impression of taking them out, but you can just YOLO this, push them out of the way. Big deal, doesn't really do much. Gas station strategy. Big shout out to Holy Soul for this, because when he was playing it, he kind of put me onto this, and since then I've been able to kind of replicate it, and it's quite easy. I mean, it does go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not super consistent, but it's a really good strat. And it saves you tons of ammo because you're going to need your shotgun shells later. Saves you tons of ammo. Come out here, kneecap them, run behind the desk slightly, and what you'll find is 1 or 2 crawlers will kind of start tucking in. The turbos will get caught, and if the turbos get close, just take a shot. Don't let them go in there. I think I panicked here a bit. I was like, shit, I need to kill this guy. And the ones that I've, decapped or delegged. See as oh, you can't really see it on the bottom of the screen, but here, you see how he's turning in? Or turning in, like he's catching, like the zombies are all turned up because they're all catching each other and they're spinning. As you can see, this one didn't go exactly as planned, but I mean, I've spent probably maximum 3 to 4 shells here. Very small amount to spend in regards to how many zombies that actually break in this section. Goes on for a little bit, it's time limit. Nikolai comes in, shoots everyone with his finger gun. I don't know this puzzle, save your embarrassment. Yeah, burn HP, back up to 200. Now we've got everything we need to leave the city. Nemesis here. Yo, fuckface. Takes him out. And we're going to go on to our second... sorry, I just saw my head do some random thing. We're going to go to our second... fight now. Our second fight with Nemesis. Well, legit boss battle. So the first thing to note is that Carlos is going to be doing the majority of the work here. So we put all our items in. Yep. Thanks a lot. Okay, so Nemesis appears. Strategy for this fight: don't have to spend a bullet at all. You don't spend a single round. What I did here, I think I rocket launched him on this fight. But since then, I think I decided to face him legit every time. I can't exactly remember. I think I do. But anyway, regardless. So what I like to do is this is how I play it anyway. Other people have different ways, but this is mine. I don't think there's any one particular way of doing it. Run straight towards him. Bait him. Run around him. Do the tango. Do the dance. Sweet dance of young bioweapon. Look at that. Look at that. And Carlos just wails on him. Important thing to note. Don't let Carlos lose sight of him. Don't tuck into the tram. And don't tuck into the wall back here. If you do that, Carlos loses sight and he starts bloody running. Nemesis changes his targeting and goes straight for Carlos. You've got to keep him sort of centered here, centre mass. And Carlos will wail down. Keep the lines tight. Keep the circle tight. Boom, done. Yeah, I think I rocket launched him. Yeah, let him stand. Boom, KO. Continue. Insert more coins. Done. Okay, second part. Mikhail fight. Super rough this fight. One of my most hated points of the game. We're 51 minutes in. I'm like thinking at this point when I get here, usually I'm kind of like, oh, super annoying. Body block Nemesis from getting Mikhail because Mikhail's in danger. Have a fast here. Really do have a fast. So one punch. Have a fast. Take a hit. Get out of there. Shoot him. Shotor! And he's down. Done. Don't let him get any more. Sorry about that. Don't let him get any more hits than that because it's just a pain in the ass. Looking at my recording time, I'm almost an hour in, and I'm hoping I've covered quite a lot of things in the city because after this it gets kind of like super mundane. Like I don't think there's much really to explain. I probably will skip quite a bit, but I'll kind of briefly touch upon things after that. So that's the city basically done. In 51 minutes as of this recording this time. So yeah, really cool, really cool. Like I'm very happy with that. Like at the time, I was very pleased. I was like, wow, you can get quicker. Obviously, I've done quicker, but hell, 51 minutes is super cool. So RNG books, find the jewel. I'm not going to skip through. I mean, obviously, if you don't know how to kill this thing, you just got to turn around and blast him. I assume that the closer he was to the door, the more damage you do. I don't know if that's true, but I think I've done him like 4 shots. 5, 6 shots. 6 shots that takes. So tanking. Okay, so pick up all your items, pick up all your shells. I do the park first because it's easier. I grabbed the health there actually as well. Jeez. Yeah, grab all your items, go back. I mean, it's literally just a running simulator. The amount of enemies here are so small that it doesn't really matter. Kill all these zombies because you need to get the tape recorder, you know, all that stuff. Grab your shotgun shells, do your bits. Okay, so you got a puzzle that's coming up later on for Carlos. He's got to access the cure, the vaccine for Jill. It's based on a puzzle from Juicy Raccoon, which is a vending machine downstairs. It has an order of drinks from 1 to 6, but 6 is out. This doctor here, he randomly has his favourites listed in order from 1 to 5. So he'll have a number of relating to the drink he likes. So like tea, coffee, cola, or water, milk, tea. You know, whatever he wants. It's totally RNG. With Jill, I like to just check it, make a note of the numbers, so 1 to whatever, and I've got my code, and I don't have to check it with Carlos. You can technically YOLO Carlos. Also make a note of where the drawer is in here too. That's super important, because if you get both those things sort of if you get both of those things like mapped in your head, or you make a note of it, or if you're streaming this, ask your chat to make a note of it, someone to make a note of it, and have it to one side. It really helps, and it makes it so much quicker. So there's that. Sorry, I skipped a bit there. So yeah, I did that. Go get your fire extinguisher, blah blah blah. I mean, honestly, this is just cash as hell. Like, okay, yeah. Also, mine rounds. Make sure you grab the green mine rounds from the body in the park, and make sure you grab the green mine rounds from the table. They are very important. You're gonna need those. I cannot stress enough how important they are. Right, so method for these guys. I've changed it slightly since I did this, but this method is basically I went back in, I got their RNG set. I come out here, I walk till I hear it scream. Screams, I run. This dude at the door, he's always sleeping. Sometimes he'll sleep left, sometimes he'll sleep right. It's RNG. Wherever he's sleeping, just go around to the left or right of him and get out of the door. I'll explain more coming back and what you have to do, but he sleeps when you're coming to this room. He's sleeping. Just the other guy you've got to just be careful of. So again, decap or deleg, you must do both, or either or to access the fire extinguisher. Boom. Get your 3 gems. Right, so coming back through. So if Jill's facing the camera, so she's going to be facing towards me, for instance, like here, she'll be facing towards us as you're watching. Hang this. So if this is Jill, go this way. Go this way, Jill. Go this way. Okay. Go this way and run, and you'll run around it every time. 100% consistent. 100% consistent. And the other dude's sleeping. He sleeps. Boom. Consistent. He sleeps. See? He's sleeping, and you're out. Done. That's it. Every time. And when you go back through, you can do the walking thing. And you'll be fine. Absolutely fine. So there you go. That's that. Do your clock puzzle, whatever, blah blah blah. Again, as I said before, I walk, he screams, I run, RNG left or right. He's on the left, he's on the right this time, so I go to the left. And that's it. We're done. Okay, so next. We're now at the clock tower. Hey, we made it to the main hall of the clock tower. I grabbed the launcher because I've got the space. You don't need to go upstairs and read the note that's left by the caretaker to trigger the next item you need, because you just got to go in here and look at the puzzle. Look at the piano. I will say that the dog with the chain around its neck is extremely powerful. If you've never been hit by it casually and you do play this again, or if you do run it, that dog is ridiculously strong. Like it literally does Nemesis hits. Like it sends you flying. Get that dog down and keep it down. It's a pain. Just get right on top of this thing. Do not let this thing breathe. Just gun him down. Boom. And get your necklace, get your key, and you're done. So we're heading back upstairs. Yada yada yada. There's the ladder. Bum bum bum. Right. So we'll talk about that puzzle in a second. Okay. So Nemesis, do not use electricity. It turns into Pikachu Nemi. Just pushing down. It makes it so much easier. And just run. Sorry, yawning again. Woo. And just run. Just run your little life. Run your little heart out. Right, so the most for this mod especially, the most brutal. Well, not I wouldn't say brutal. Okay, so the most like confusing puzzle. I mean, this thing took me ages to figure out, but eventually I did. I wrote down all the solutions for it. So if anyone who's played this casually, I don't know how long it took you to figure it out. Most people took a little while. Some people still don't understand it. Blah 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 blah. So this puzzle, for instance, I'll quickly give a brief explanation, but what I'll do is I will make notes of the puzzle and solution. I won't be making solutions for this puzzle. It's not really doesn't really make sense because it's so RNG, and you can just, if you know how to read the puzzle, you can do the puzzle quite quickly. So basically, the body parts here go from I think it's left to right, starting from the piano towards the over here on the chord. So, oh no, sorry, it's right to left. Sorry, my bad. Wait, hold on, let me just double check. Right, left. Sorry, it's right to left. It's right to left. Sorry, my mistake. Ignore me. It's right to left. So it's right leg, right arm, left leg, body, and head. So as you can see here, we've got right leg, right arm, left hand, left leg. Right. So in the order of the switches is A, B, C, D, E, and they correspond to a body part. So right arm is A, right leg is B, left leg is C, left arm is D, and the body is E, and the head is F. So if we're reading it in that order from A to F, okay, and we know that right arm is second one in, we're going to read it from arm, leg, leg, arm. So we're going to go right arm, right leg, left arm, left leg. No, sorry, right arm, right leg, left arm. Okay, so we're going in, out, like that. Oh, sorry, in, out, in. Right, okay, I'm making no bloody. Oh, even I'm not making bloody sense now. So we're going hand to leg, leg to hand. Yeah, we're going right hand to right leg, left leg to left hand. That's how we do. So we're reading it like that. So we're reading it. You get it. You'll understand. I'll write it in the description. But basically, it's your right arm and your right leg first, and your left leg, then your left arm second. You could write that down and just say, right arm. Yeah, you could have the order that you got to read it, and then just as long as you know which corresponds to which, you know how to read it. So, for instance, this puzzle is up, down, and then the body is read based on the legs. So the legs of the body is dependent on whether it's down or up. So if the legs are down, that means it's down. The legs are up, that means it's up. And the head is always down. The head is always down. Always. The head never changes. The head's always down. You'll find that later on. But the head, well, actually, you won't find that later on, but the head's always down. So this one will go up, down, down. That's the puzzle. And then the head's down. So that's it. That's how you read it. So I sort of look at it and I read it. It takes me a few seconds. I can't pause the game when I do this because my timer doesn't pause. And also sometimes I get crashes when I pause it. It's kind of annoying. So I just kind of take it for what it is. I lose seconds there, but it's whatever really. I don't mind. We're heading back now anyway, right? So we're heading back to the clock tower top. Grab the gold gear, do the wire. Casually, you know this. You don't have to hide from Nemesis, so just go for it. Okay, so here's the puzzle. Right, so as we said before, it was down. What was it? Down, up, down, down, up, down. Oh, so it was down, up, down, down. There you go. Well, down, up, down. There you go. That's the puzzle solution done. And if you want to make notes of it, the statue there has like all the letters written on the body part. So left arm, right arm is A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so worms come out. I don't think I had space here for these powders, so I had to buy bank. But we need to pick up those powders. Super important. So right, we're going into the clock tower fight. Very famous fight. Regardless of how you play the game. We're going to need mine rounds. I'm going to need a rocket launcher, and we're going to need an enhanced pistol and some health. Grab your powders, take them with you. You can bank them later. Well, I banked them there because I'm an idiot. Right, so Nemesis Fight. Boom. How do you deal with this fight? Komizo's got some amazing guides on this. I don't think I really need to explain how it's done. If you really want to check out how these boss fights are done, or how this fight is done, you can see me do it here. But if you really want to see the master do it, the man who created this, please head over to Komizo's channel. I'll link it in the description below. He has some great guides on boss fights in Necropolis. You can see how he does it casually. Running wise, this doesn't really differ much from how Komizo does it. Carlos has some extra mine rounds on him. But as you can see here, this is basically the strategy. I mean, there's not really much more to say. Nemesis is extremely fast if you've played it casually. We want to get all our mine rounds ready. Dodge him here, woo! And we just blast the floor with mine rounds, and we just hope they set off on him. I've had bad experiences with this fight where the mine rounds haven't gone off, and he's like, I call it eating the round, where like I'll fight him, and the rounds will just blow up, and he won't take hits. It happens not often, but it does happen a lot. So we're getting down to about, what is it? I think it's 400. Can't remember the health, but you get him down, and then he'll go to zero. Oh, sorry, he won't go to zero. He'll go down. He'll kneel to the ground. Yeah, I'm just looking for that last. I think I'm looking for the last one. I think it's my last one here. Boom. No. Is this one it? Extremely slow fight, this one. Jesus, this is such a bad fight. Fuck me. I actually forgot how bad this fight was with him. Christ. Oh, yeah, 2 shots left, yeah. There's a mine there. Boom, he's down. So when he crouches, get your rocket launcher out. Make sure you bring a rocket launcher with you. Aim, shoot. That won't kill him, it will take him to 0. Get your enhanced pistol out if you've got it. And just shoot him once or twice, it will kill him. I wasn't happy with that fight. Like, looking back at it now, I'm shaking my head thinking, geez, what a bad fight. But that's the way the fight goes sometimes. You just, oof. Pretty rough. Okay, Carlos section. He played it casually. You know what it's like. It's actually pretty easy. The worst part about this section with Carlos is the spiders. You get poisoned on the way to the hospital. It's just, it's painful. It's absolutely painful. But other than that, this is like really, really easy. Like, there's really not much to say. I mean, as long as you remember the cabinet placement and you remember the numbers from Juicy Raccoon, you're pretty much set. All you need to know is when the hunters appear, and then just take them out accordingly. Other than that, this is legitimately just a piece of cake. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like, just go through, grab the fastest if you want them. You're not coming back here again with Jill, so don't worry about it. Do your puzzles, you know, 2AB for this, sorry. Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't know what else to say about this. It's just a running simulator, really. Right, so heading back now. Mandatory boss fight with Nemesis. So, easy way to deal with this is we go in this room. We've got some supplies here. Assuming I think they've been left by Nikolai, but there's no on the wall saying they've been left by Jill. But you know, whatever. So, grab 2 landmines. Okay. Make sure you got some health. Oh yeah, I grabbed all 3 for some reason. I think it was just in case. Grab 2 landmines. Go to the door. Place one of these mines on the ground. This will do quite a bit of damage to Nemesis when he comes through. Run around as he's taunting or doing his whiplash. Place another mine down. Shoot. Dead. Done. I think I took the 3rd in case it all went wrong, but yeah, that's as quick as it can be. Really quick fight. Really smooth. Really crisp. Grab the powders here that have been left by, I'm assuming, by Carlos. Really important to grab those powders. So really, the only powder pickups you need to do in this are the B, the A from the C, the A and C from the clock tower, and the B and A there, I think. What we're going to do is here, item-wise, we're taking with us the shotgun, the grenade launcher, the reloading tool. We're making 10 acid rounds, and we're taking some fast, and we also need to take the crowbar. Because that's the most important item. That's all you need here. That's all you need here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go on. You know the way it goes. Big cogs, beautiful stuff. Get knocked out. Now, obviously, if you play this casually, the idea is that you would bring. I mean, if you've done it all and you know the mod and you understand this save room can be opened by 2 eyeballs, we aren't doing that. So the idea is now that we're going to be doing the worm fights, like pretty much, you know, with the 10 acids we've got plus a few more. So first things first, I'm going to grab a lighter. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. In the beginning of the game in the city, toss the lighter. You don't need it because it always appears here. It's just here. So make sure you obviously look at my layout here. I've got health, I've got grenade rounds, I've got reloading tool and shotgun, and you should have 2 spaces left. That's all you need. Don't need anything else because we get lighter fluid, lighter combined. Boom. The pole is back at the cogger's room because obviously you get knocked out. Okay, dog puzzle. Again, questioned about this as well. How do you figure it out? What's the solutions? I've written a lot of them down. There's quite a fair few. Everyone has their own way of doing it. I have mine. There are dates on the dogs, and there are like numbers, and there are seasons, and the dogs have to be pointing in a certain direction. What I found is over my research of finding solutions for this, that everyone gets tons of different solutions, and I recorded them all I could find. So big shout out to everybody who's done this. You've helped me massively, so thank you very much. But what I do is I treat the dog's nose. I treat it like a compass needle, but I pretend that north is always wherever the dog's so say for instance this dog's facing towards me, I treat that as south. If the dog's facing towards the wall, for instance, like towards upwards, so where that lamppost is, actually that's the wrong way of putting it. Let's say the dog's facing south here, but he turns towards the lamppost, so he's looking towards the door that Jill's just come from. I treat that as west. Okay, and he turns again to face the tree line, to face into the darkness, I treat that as north. So north, east, south facing me, west facing the door I've just come from. Do you understand? I treat that wherever the dog is, wherever the 3 dog statues are, I treat like north as like the away sort of thing. So you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. So I get the number. And I get the date, right? I've written it down, okay? I know that date correspond. I know the first 2 dates correspond to the directions. If as long as I get the first 2 right, the last one I just keep spinning the statue until I get it. So here I think it's 40th summer. I'm pretty sure it's 40th summer. I look for 40th summer. I find the solution. I know what to do. So now I think that's right. So here, for instance, the dog for me, if I'm treating north as so where Jill's looking. The way Jill's facing, I treat that as north now. North, east, south, west. Okay? So Jill is now looking at the east. The dog here for Jill is looking at the east. Alright? I press it. No, I don't press it. I think I was checking the dates to get the power switch on. Okay, now I move it, yeah. So that's west. And that's north. Do you see what I mean? So that's now facing north. Now this dog's facing east because I've turned the compass around. North, east. Now it's facing south. Now he's facing west. And now he's facing north. Sweet. Same with this dog. He's facing south. It looks like at the minute. Now he's facing west, and I'm done. That's it. And that's how I figure it out. And all the dates and the summers correspond, and as long as I've got the directions of which the order they're facing in when they're finished, I treat it as north, east, south, west, or left, right, up, down, whatever way you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So we've got the pole, we're going back, blah blah blah. Do this, do that. Explosive device zombie in here. Just take care of him, decap him, de-leg him, leave the room, come back in, whatever you want. I started burning acid around on him because it's quicker. We get more acid. We get more powders here. We want more acid rounds. We want 20 because the worm's got a little bit more HP than before. Grab another lockpick. We get out. Grab some blue herbs. You're going to need them. Super important. Go for it. You can never one cycle this thing. It's too much HP. But if you get low enough, then you know you're a beast. I think I take a couple of pot shots at his mouth just to get it low enough so when it does pop out, I can just finish it. There we go, done. So it's just a quick finish. Okay, so that's worm 1. Worm 2. Really easy. Go right up to him. Don't let him touch you or nudge you or shunt you because it will poison you. Bait a bite. There we go. Boom. Let him go under. He might come up again. Okay, there's the cutscene. Okay, so what I did in the future actually was quite interesting. I was usually standing and just taking one shot each of the poles and then leaving it. what I started doing in the future, sorry about the camera, what I started doing in the future is I started running up to this pole at the end, aiming at that pole from an angle so it hit both, like the spread hit both poles. So I only needed to spend one shot, and I was done. You could probably do it from that angle as well, actually. That's the point. That could be something to look at. So I'm closer to this side. But once it's done, it dies by electricity and you're done. After this, I don't think there's much more to say. Go back in here, grab all the powders you got. Grab the blue herb if you need it. If you get poisoned again and you don't have enough herbs. Again, there's always hunters here. They always come through the door. This can end runs too because they're so oppressive. Okay, so I don't know if it was this run, but I'm not entirely sure what's quicker, whether it's pushing him off or jumping down. But here I pushed him off. But I think in future runs I did start jumping down because you get to an area quicker. But again, these are things that will change in the future, I'm sure. But anyway, make more acid rounds because it's super important. Another B and an A. I'm going to create now my shotgun shells. So I need extra shotty shells. I think I get all my A powders. I think I do all my mixing now because I want it all ready for the end game. So all that mixing now has caused me to create enhanced ammo. So now I have 34 enhanced bullets to go along with my pistol. I do get more A powders. So I don't know what I was doing. I was going crazy. I think I was thinking ahead of myself. Grab all your health, grab your water sample, and yeah. I mean, other than this, just go for it. Just run. I mean, this is simple. I mean, do what you got to do. You don't actually have to down that zombie. That's just. I don't know why I did that. I don't think you need to down him at all. You could just down the one on the staircase and then grab your bits and that. But I think if you're doing the water sample first here, you will have to down him because you won't need to come back. But yeah, I think that's the only reason you would down that zombie is to do that. And that's kind of it. But you're coming back here later anyway, so it's kind of a moot point to do that. But yeah, you do all this stuff here, blah blah blah. Decap them ones if you want. Grab your key. Steam damages you. Do the full puzzle. If you don't know it, learn it. Okay, the hunters. These two, kill them with the acid rounds. They one-shotters. Boom. Wait for the other one to come around the corner. Patience. Dance son. Wax on, wax off. Kill this one that's standing here. The one coming across the bridge doesn't bother you too much. Just jumps over. Have a nice day. Gas is here. Blah blah blah. Press the games come out. Whatever. Do your key. Make sure you do your key. Run straight up the stairs. Bit of throw up. Never hurt anyone. And we're done. We just go straight back in. Doesn't bother you. That's your lot. Do the switch. Get the gas. Set the battery. So what I like to do is here, come down the elevator, shoot one barrel, shoot the other barrel, decap, boom, 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 boom. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, it's got like less. What a grab. I think I got really annoyed about that. I was like, oh my god. Really great pace here as well, even though this is an old run, and it's been faster. But looking back at the time it takes to finish this mod and the things you've got to do, even though I can make clearly tons of errors here, and I've made so many item mistakes, and I'm wasting time doing stuff like, if you do decide to run this and you get this sort of pace, like you're bombing it. Really, to be honest, no one can take that away from you. Like, this is incredible pace. Like, incredible. Even at this level where I'm kind of like, I feel like I've reached a kind of really good level with this. Well, at the time anyway. Right now I'm probably rusty as hell, but I feel like I got to a really good level with it. That's such a great pace. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so good, especially with all the backtracking and that. So okay, Nemesis Fight. I changed my strategy for this. I don't. How do I put it? Like, there are other ways to beat him. I've seen other ways that you can beat him faster. Again, it comes down to that kind of whole, like, do you want to do it mentality? Like, you can like skip a few fights of a rocket launcher. I use the rocket launcher quite often to down Nemesis at the tram and down him in the clock tower. If you decide at one point not to use a rocket launcher on either one of those fights, which is doable, you could use a rocket launcher here on Acid Nemesis to make this fight very, very quick. It's entirely up to you. I mean, like, I personally think, like, you know, it's just I don't know. I think, like, personally, I think for me, I never liked it. Like, I just think I don't know. It made things like kind of, for me, when I tried it, I did try it, and I was like, I don't know, but like it's kind of like I'm rolling the dice on fights and stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is. Whatever you feel is best for you, whatever you feel comfortable with, it's totally up to you. But in doing so, in doing that and saving a rocket launcher or getting an extra rocket launcher or whatever it may be, I can't remember now. You will need one. You do need one for Nikolai, which is why we do get the extra launchers. Which is why I think like using launcher here is, you know, kind of it's kind of choice. It's choice. You could be on like really quick pace and use the rocket launcher there and it all goes wrong and it's all done. Or you could do on a really great pace, not use the rocket launcher, have a great fight and still get a good time. I think this was I can't remember if this run. I don't remember if it was this run, but I'm pretty sure that the run before this, the world record holder, Matthew, I think I'm pretty sure he used the rocket launcher on this and I still beat it. So that goes to show that like at the time, even though I did things wrong, slower, got caught up in things, and I didn't shoot the rocket launcher in the Acid Nemesis fight, you know, you still beat times that are, you know, do change things, you know, so there's, you know, take away what you will from this, even though this is not my latest run, take away what you will from this and apply it to things that you found or you know that that you feel comfortable for you, and get a time. You know, I don't care how bloody long. I don't care if it's 2 hours. My first one was 2:03. I don't care if you do a 2:30. You know, if you do a run in this and you're happy with it, saves included, they're allowed. Submit the time on the boards. I'm a moderator for it. I'll watch it. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. Get it on there. Show me what you got. You know, and it'd be a pleasure to watch. So that'd be, you know, that's just that should be my final thoughts. But I wanted to add it in here, you know, because I was talking about like the, you know, don't feel that when you watch this run or another run, you know, or other runs out there that, you know, you feel like you have to do everything that's been done in those runs, or like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do any of that. That's not in my wheelhouse to do. You know, don't worry about it. Do it. Don't feel intimidated by it. You know, that's the worst thing you could feel. You know, and I think that goes for anything in any kind of speedrun aspect. Don't feel intimidated by what someone else is doing. Do what you do for you. Feel comfortable for what you're doing. You know, be happy with what you're doing. I think that's the most important thing to think about, because I'm not a speedrunner. I will never claim to be one, and this doesn't make me one. Doing this sort of thing, doing this like Necropolis run doesn't make me a runner. You know, I just think running mods are, for me personally, I think they're fucking insane. I think they're like really fun, like really fun. You know, it's a lot of fun. And since playing this, I found other runs and other mods, and then my competition I'm running at the moment, you know, as of recording this, you know, yeah. So I mean, do what you feel comfortable doing, enjoy it. But if you do decide to do this, don't be intimidated by it. It's super cool, it's super fun. Even if you die on certain points, you can still reload as long as it's one complete video. Just reload it and do it again and crack on. Plenty of leeway in it. So we're going into Acid Nemesis. I take the acid rounds. I take the enhanced pistol. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. I'm ready to fight. Because I killed an extra Nemesis in this run, Carlos lived. If you don't kill that Nemesis at the newspaper office, Carlos dies. So that's kind of how many Nemesis you need to beat to get the good ending. So, valves do work in this, but Nemesis has two phases. First phase is dog phase. It's extremely powerful, extremely fast. Just blast him with acid rounds as best you can. If you've got any whatever you've got remaining. I think that this fight was really bad. He's so quick on the old tentacle swings, and he goes for the big grab, and the recovery time of the grenade launcher, I found it to be extremely annoying. Like I just didn't like the recovery time of it. So I get him down to the second phase. You'll know he's on second phase because he starts walking like this, like he would do if he was in the vanilla game. Here I carry on blasting him. Later on, I think in later runs I changed my strat, and I preferred the new strat. It actually worked for me a lot better. Then you get your enhanced pistol, and you just go for it. You just wail on him. Obviously, getting caught by that grab is just the worst. It just eats your time. And also, if I didn't mention as well, obviously, if you're firing guns in here when that gas goes off at 146 or whatever, I'm not sure when the gas comes on. I think it's 140. Is it 140? So that at the time. Was it 130? Okay, 1 minute 30. Gas goes off. If I hadn't killed him by then, or he grabbed me again, I would have died anyway. But if he grabbed me again, yeah, that would have killed it, killed the run. I would absolutely kill the run. So there you go. There's that. Hunters here. Do the wolf line. Dodge him quite easily. Go back. Grab your rocket launcher for Nikolai. Not really much to say here. These zombies, I just push through them. I don't really care. I just push them down. I can't be able to go back in and out because I get 2 green herbs for free. Basically a free heal. So big deal. Right. Yeah. Nikolai shows up. Can't negotiate. Can't run. He doesn't. You have to fight him regardless. Stand up with the launcher. Boom. Easy. 1 shot. Done. That's it. Done. If you went through the casual route and you had to get the magnum, you have to magnum him down. If you don't do that, make sure you save a launcher and blast him. If you kill all the nemesis, you do a nemesis percent, you have a launcher anyway. So either or, it's quicker. So don't make enhanced rounds because you don't have the enhanced shotgun rounds. Don't do anything for you. Just making regular rounds because yeah. And just go for it. Grab your enhanced pistol rounds because your gun now is the enhanced pistol. That is your gun. And that's pretty much it. That's kind of it. All I need to say about this fight really is getting down to 200 before, well, just above 200 before. I think it's just before. Yeah, get him above 200, but don't go lower than 2, because if you do, he resets back to 250, and you got to shoot him a few extra times. Get him down as close to 200 as possible before. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, try and do it. We could try and do it before the cannon fires. But try and get him as close to 200 as you can, but don't go any lower than that as he resets HP. Then you'll get the cutscene of the cannon being dropped. Horrible position, this horrible. Freaking hate this position. I mean, I have to look at that. I do not like that position. My kind of thinking now is when I'm looking at this, I'll be honest with you, as I'm trying to spitball in here, like is like. You shoot, obviously the cannon I need to finish the game ends up behind him here. I'm taking all my time is like being eaten by this fight. The enhanced pistol is the way to go, I'll be honest. It's the way to go. But like running around here, playing with him, I would much rather, I think, in the future, I would much rather like get down to the other side, bring him, shoot him as much as possible down the corridor, and then bring him to the other end. And when the cannon's on the way to get in there, I'll run all the way around. Then I would shoot him again. Then I would grab the cannon and then finish him off. Because then I just feel like I wouldn't be standing there like running around wasting time. Maybe bring a few extra heals. Just bring the enhanced pistol and then a few extra heals. Don't think I need the shotgun. Yeah, there's the ending. Oh, I was well happy with this. When I got this run, because I got this run back, I think it took me about 2 weeks to kind of come back and optimize it and get back. It was a fucking amazing. Like I was so proud of the run. You know what I mean? I was so proud of the run. Oh, my drink's all gone. And there you go. And there you go. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. I was super proud of that run. Obviously, at the time I didn't stop because now I've got auto splits for it, but at the time I didn't have any. But yeah, there you go. How long are we going? Hour and a half. Hour and a half video explaining shit. I think I kind of explained it well enough. I mean, if there's anything I didn't explain or there's anything you're stuck on, please let me know. If there's anything after... I mean, after the sea, I know I brushed over a lot. But I'll be completely honest with you, it really does just come down to memory. There's not really any enemies in the second half of the game. there's really no enemies to fight. You're basically running around the clock tower, shoot a pack of zombies, a few hunters, and after that you fight the worm, and that's it. You really don't do anything. Like, you honestly, you don't do anything in the second half of the game. It's a lot of running around. The first half is where you need to kind of. The first half is the crux, is the kind of like the real pincushion of the game. Like, you know, you get the first half down, and the tram fight clean, and you're laughing. You just, you know, it's great. But after that, the puzzles are a bit nerve-wracking because you want to make sure you got the solutions. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a solutions page written up, and I'll put it on the resources tab. I'll make sure I link below here as well everything I've talked about, including this run if you haven't seen it, if you want to go through it and look at certain points, and also the RE3 speedrunning mod page. Make sure to follow the page. I'll make some resources in the coming days and put them up if you are deciding to run it. If you do want to run it, reach out, and if you would like the solutions, I'll more than happy to copy them over to you, and then if I do end up doing that for someone, I'll put them up on resources. I'll also put this video up and then resources as well, so it can be found just in case anyone wants to watch it. But you know, thanks so much for anyone who's sat here for the last hour and a half or skipped through just to hear me talk about this. Apologies for no sound. I don't think you want to hear me going, you know, and all that. Again, as a small note to everyone who watches me on Twitch, thank you so much again. If you want to watch me on there, you can find me at twitch.tv/CanYouSeeHim. If you'd rather just watch my YouTube content, please make sure to subscribe, like this video. It really does help, and check out some of my other videos that I've got. I really would appreciate it too. Low budget production quality here, but yeah, thank you so much. And again, you know, really, you know, honestly can't express how grateful I am to everybody who's been watching me this last year and a bit, and has really kind of, you know, embraced me. Big shout out to oh, actually, I've actually mentioned this shit. Like, I've mentioned it in my Discord, but I've actually mentioned it on YouTube. Big thanks to Wolf DNC as well for you know, inviting me to his team, and you know, massive thanks to you, sir. Thank you so much for that. And I will say as well, you know, if the, you know, like, speedrunning mods wasn't the thing I was looking at until I saw Wolf doing Carlos Nightmare, and I thought, damn man, this looks like fun. And I gave it a go, and damn, it's fun. Speedrunning mods is fun. It's probably, I think it's more fun than the original game for me, because it's something I can craft, I can mold and create, and I can make my mistakes and learn from them, and it's that for me. That for me is it's just beautiful content, and I love it. I think it's so good. It's so fun to watch, and you know, and that's what I hope to continue doing in the future, especially with the next version of Necropolis coming out. So I hope you'll be there for the journey of that, whether it be on Twitch or it be on YouTube. Big thanks to everyone I've mentioned in the video as well. Holy Soul, Nox Gaming, Matthew Saurus Rex. Big shout out to all you guys. Thank you very much for anything I might have taken in terms of strategies and or, you know, optimizations. And big shout out to Can You See Him? Me, for laying down the yellow brick fucking road, for laying down the road of this run. This is mine. This is my run. I'm joking. But you know, thank you so much. If you learned anything from this, you know, if you've learned anything from this, thank you so much for watching. And I really do hope you get a chance to give it a go, or if you wait for the next version to come out, play it then. But until then, it's been an absolute pleasure doing this. I will see you again very soon. Take care. Have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be in the world. And I'll catch you again on the next one. Take care. Stay extreme.